Hey guys, welcome to the Mrs. Riley Experience. So listen, today I'm running work errands. I had a in-person meeting this morning, and I had in between of trying to do something else work related. I'm trying to run around and squeeze in some personal errands in the middle of my gap. So I have these bags. I don't know if you guys heard Dagny Dover. So I have these bags and I destroyed them. If you know about Dagny Dover's leather bags, they're not cheap. They're not Gucci bags, but they're not cheap bags. They're all leather. They're very good work bags, okay? I have two of them. This is my other one because I'm outside of a repair shop. Now, I went to one other repair shop, got a very rude, ignorant response. Came to this repair shop that's closer to my home that I didn't know about in Jenkins, it's Roslyn. It's in Roslyn, PA. If y'all know, Montgomery County, you drive down Eastern Road and you hit in, different parts of Montgomery County leading up to Abington. So one of the areas you drive through if you're coming down Eastern Road is Roslyn. Excuse me. So with that said, my Dagny Dover bags, if you are familiar with Dagny Dover bag, they come with this sleeve. And y'all about to see how crazy I am. Is a sleeve inserted in the bag. Okay? You see the blue that matched it. Blue leather. These are the feet, leather feet, no clacker feet that I love to have. But I ripped this out my bag. I have two of them. I have a light tan or beige, I forget the name of it, and I have this one that I searched the world for, that my puppy, when he was a baby, he chewed up. I already had to have that repaired. But when you sit these bags down, the back stays straight. I ruined it because I didn't realize it was inside out. Me trying to find what's inside out in my trunk under a table. Me trying to find, a repairman to put this part back together. So if you see the inside, you see I ripped out the sleeve because when you would sit it down, the back part is flat that had the built-in sleeve on it and it would fall forward. I think I paid $450 for both of these bags. Each. $450 each. If not more, but I believe it's $450 each. I got my burgundy one from Nordstrom years ago, and I got my tan one straight off of Dagny Dover's website. The tan one is that version no longer has the metal emblem. It's just embossed, like, stamp, whatever they call it. The name is ingrained in the leather, where this one still has the stamp. I think this one was called Oxblood. I don't remember. Long story short, I said I have my, what you call these things, dust bag. Okay, so I'm just going to find somebody to put this dust bag and line the back of it, because when you lay your bag down, while a beautiful bag, it falls forward. The forward part is the soft part. It has a lot of compartments. It's very, very good. This even comes snapped in. It has a snap. It snaps to the bag. You put your we all be traveling with our mugs, especially our big mugs that everybody had to have. Okay, comes with a snap. That's in your bag. It comes with pin section. You see I used this bag. It's dogged out. It come with all types of the things. It even come with compartments for you to you know, put your cards and stuff in there. This compartment, you can close it up to cinch in the middle. It has an astronomical pocket, okay? It comes with all the things, but when you lay your bag down, it always falls forward. So I ripped it out. So I get to the first repair guy, and these bags been in my trunk since like May. This is something I've been meaning to do. Today is November 14th. So it comes in with all the things. It's so good for a work bag. I desperately need a work bag. I am busting out of my handy dandy Dooney, okay? Love her, but she can't hold the capacity I need. Dagny, she holds everything and then some. And then you have your travel mug and all that stuff and then some. But again, when you sit it down, it falls forward, crushes the front of the bag. The back of the bag is straight. It doesn't sit up. You can't put it on the floor. Yes, I put my work bags on the floor, people. Take my black card if you want. I put my work bags on the floor, period, okay? It's nothing more annoying than having a big ass work bag in your lap when you're at an event, an industry event. You still have to be ready. You have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So most real estate professionals in my profession have their big behind bags, because you don't know when something gonna go down. You gotta excuse yourself and go in the corner and send an email, respond to an email, or all the things, okay? So we always have our big behind bags at conferences, at industry events, everything, right? So the first person I went to in Roxborough, won't say the name, completely rude. Why would you do that? I don't do liners, and they're going to charge you just as much as the bag to do it. You should have thought about it before you did it. Rude, probably didn't want my business. Who cares? Now, my intuition said to go here initially. Never been here, don't know the people, just saw the reviews, is nearby my house. I said I'm going to go here to the Roslyn one, because I live on the border of Montgomery County, so it only takes me 15, maybe 20 minutes to get somewhere, really 15. In Abington, parts of Abington, 15-20 minutes max. I'm even talking about Willow Grove Mall, 15-20 minutes max, depending on the traffic. So I drive from Roxborough to Roslyn, PA, cut over the back, come over here, and the man ain't say he could do it. The man stared at me like I'm crazy, and he said, "Let me ask you a question." He's not originally from here. I don't know if he's from, you know, if he's, I don't know how long he's been here. He has an accent. So as soon as I walked in and saw him, I knew immediately I was going to be taken care of. It was going to cost me a little something, but the person is not going to turn my business down. I know that they're going to be able to handle it. And this is what he asked me. He stared at me for a minute, I guess trying to get the feels of whether he's allowed to ask me this. And I guess with my personality, I let him know that it was safe to ask me this. And he says, "Why did you pay so much money for this bag and it wasn't enough, and you not only bought one, but you turned around and bought two?" Now me, being a child of a foreigner, Jamaican and Haitian, my biological father, who died when I was 16, is Jamaican. My whole family on that side is Jamaican, first generation, came here for the first time, except for us, the grandkids that were born here, okay? Or the nieces and nephews that were born here. We still have family in Jamaica. I only deal with my sister over there, okay? My father's child. Then I was raised in the house from the 4th grade with my bonus dad, my stepdad, who has been in my life since I was 3, but moved in with him in 4th grade. Lived with my grandma up to then, my mom, and then my grandma again. And then bonus dad moved in his house with my mom and his son, my younger brother, and that's my dad. As a child of a foreign parent, with foreign parents, being raised my whole life in the culture, I couldn't take offense to what he said, because I understand their perception of how wasteful American kids are. We're very wasteful, like very wasteful. And he had a valid thing, and I'm happy he felt comfortable asking me that. Why would you spend all this money on this bag and then one is not enough? Now, I almost bought a bag this morning, and I probably still will buy that bag, okay? I almost bought a bag this morning just because I wanted a bag that I'm not busting out of. But to be honest, the bag I almost bought this morning, I would still probably be busting out of. I won't be busting out of this. So the price that I was quoted that I could be charged, but they don't do it, was over four times what they charged me here at the repair shop, and didn't look at me like I was crazy for asking them what they would do. I was only looked at as crazy because of the fact that wasteful spending. Why wasn't one bag enough for you? Why did you have to go back and buy two? Buy a second one. And I said, you would really be upset at my collection at home. Two of which expensive Dooney & Bourke bags I gave away. I gave away 2 Dooney & Bourke bags. If you haven't had a Dooney & Bourke bag, they don't really talk about Dooney & Bourke. One of the best quality leather bags you can have, so much so that the bag can be too heavy at times because the leather is leathering, okay? It is genuine 100% leather and good quality leather. I prefer what do Dooney call this leather? This type of pebbled leather. This is my type of leather. I don't like straight leather. I don't like flat leather. Even in this Dooney & Bourke bag, pebbled leather. That is my preferred leather. That's what I love. I have to have pebbled leather. I love the texture about it. Outside of pebbled leather, I like the Croc and Boss. But what do y'all feel about the man? This was my response to him. I blame y'all. I said, as a child of foreign parents, I can't even get upset with you right now. I totally get what you're asking. I said, but I blame y'all. I said, my parents are from Jamaica. No, I didn't say that. I said, I have foreign parents, first generation here. So I get what you're saying. But what I'm going to tell you is I blame y'all from coming over here, giving us everything we want and not teaching us how to value a dollar, because we didn't struggle. I never struggled, or either side of my family never struggled, never missed a meal, never had lights turned off, never had and either in my southern family's house, never had lights turned off, never ever in my whole entire life missed a meal, never ever had gas turned off, and one time the water was turned off, and I believe it was a mistake because the next day it was back on. My dad took us to his friend's house to bathe for the night, and by the next day when we got up for school, our water was back on. And my dad, my bonus dad, took us because, you know, he handled his business all the time. And that morning we had water. I don't know if we had water. You know, back in the day, you take a shower at night, you get up. It's not like you grown now that you gotta take 30 showers, you know. I take a shower at night and in the morning. But back then when you're a kid, you take your bath at night, you get up, wash your face, brush your teeth, get dressed for school, eat your dinner, and you out the door. So we got up, brushed our teeth, washed our face, ate, not dinner, breakfast, I'm sorry, and was out the door. So what do y'all feel about what I was asked? If you have foreign parents, do you get it? If you are American, would you be offended? Me, not offended at all. If you were born here, not offended at all. Keep in mind, my mom's side is Southern. Don't know my ancestry over there. Only know that my mom's mother's mother may have been Caribbean. Never met her, don't know her. Never knew my great-grandmother, my maternal great-grandmother. But I found it fascinating that, one, he felt comfortable asking me that. I appreciate that. Number two, I totally got what he was saying, because my dad, my bio dad, and my bonus dad, don't come in here talking about no Jordans, baby. You gonna have sneakers on your feet. I don't give a damn what they wearing at school. I'm gonna buy you 2 of these. We used to get Asics. Now Asics is expensive, but back in the day, Asics was $35. So why everybody wearing Jordans? They taking us up the street from here to a running shop, and they're getting us 2 or 3 pair of sneakers for the price you pay for 1 pair of Jordans. So we wore Asics back in the day. I wore Asics. I was content with that. I never been into design or keeping up with what everybody else have, and I still don't. While I have expensive bags, they're not Gucci, they're not Louis, they're not none of those bags. They not Louis V, they not none of those expensive bags, but they are quality bags, because I do buy quality. So again, how do you guys feel about the question that was asked of me today? And do you take offense? Would you have taken offense to it if you didn't have foreign parents? Again, I got it straight off the bat. I understood. But I told him I blame them. I blame the foreign parents that come over here and spoil us and give us the world, even if it's not designer. My dad, my bio dad would take me to Kmart and go crazy, get whatever you want. But don't go talking about no polo or none of that. You ain't getting that shit. But you could go crazy in Kmart. So until Kmart closed, I was still shopping at Kmart. Still had quality clothes. What you guys think about what he asked? If you already have one and you paid a lot of money for it, why would you buy 2 when the reason basically that one should have satisfied what you needed? So I only gave her 1 bag. I paid the money. I gave her 1 bag, and I told him I'll bring this back and do the next one when he's finished that one. And I gave him my liner, so I'm excited to see how it comes out. But he just shook me, because now the bag that I got in my cart that I've been too busy to just pull the trigger on, that I saw this morning, that I almost pulled the trigger on, and I said, let me think about it, because do we really need another bag, Charlotte? And the truth is yes, which is why I said, let me try to find somebody to get these bags done today, so I can not pull the trigger and spend hundreds of dollars on another bag when I got literally a whole closet full, and then had to move some over because my closet can't fit my bags, and I don't use most of them. So what you think, guys? Let me know.